Hey, what's going on, people? We back. It's been a while, man. You know what happened? You know why we were in a hiatus, people?
Why is that?
Squid Games.
Squid Games.
That is right.
People
So
playing them Squid Games.
we've been doing a lot of Squid Games recently. So yeah, sorry, people. I know it's been a few weeks, but we're back. We we enjoyed the Squid Games, and there's a few things going on, but it's well, we're gonna get into it. Actually, we're not gonna do any spoilers. It's gonna be a spoiler free talk about Squid Games. Okay,
Damn it.
I don't think we want to get too. If we do talk about spoiler stuff, we'll say spoilers beforehand.
We'll leave it to, I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, as always, it's your boy P plus. We got BY.
Howdy.
Jay and Lee, they lost. They got eliminated. They got eliminated, so they're off today. But anyways, shout outs to those to them too. Yeah, they got eliminated. Okay. So what do you think, BY? What do you think of it so far?
Okay, so
I mean, not so far, but overall.
Yeah, so far, I've only watched the first 6 episodes out of 9.
Okay. I've watched all of it.
Yeah, which is it's very bingeable. They released all the episodes all at once. This is I think Netflix said this is the most watched Netflix series ever.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's I guess, do you want to call it a cultural phenomenon?
It is.
Yeah,
the memes are hot.
Memes are hot. The games are hot.
Everyone's watching it.
Everybody around the world is watching it. It's
yeah, that's the big thing. Everyone around the world's watching it, right?
Yeah.
It's got the international appeal
Yes.
because it is an international show.
Yes,
But the fact that it's getting so huge in North America is wild.
yeah, I agree 100%. But I mean, you've only watched 6 episodes, so it's a little, you're not quite there yet. But I've watched all of it. I'm not gonna. I don't like spoiling it for anybody, so I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, I'll go with you on your perspective, obviously from the first 6 episodes, and we'll just kind of, we'll not really review it, but we'll talk about it a little bit, and let's see how this goes. But so initial thoughts. What do you think so far?
At first, I was kind of resistant. So I was like, oh, it's going to be like a battle royale kind of show.
For those listening, Battle Royale is a Japanese movie, or
it's a little like Hunger
manga,
and
manga.
A lot of those games where it's a lot of those movies or shows where it's
battle to the death kind of thing, or kind of elimination to the death, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
So I thought it was just gonna be okay, but it's kind of like, what if you had Battle Royale but extended into a series? So then you get to start to actually care about the contestants.
Right. There's more character building.
Yeah. So like when there is a choice when they're put into difficult choices, which in this show, they are put into a lot of difficult choices.
Yes.
You actually care about what they do or whether they die or not.
So there's a sense of like, all right, like how are you gonna react to this? Like, a character doing certain things, right?
Yeah.
And maybe there's like people that you grow on certain characters, right? So like, is there a character right now that you've grown on? No spoilers.
No, yes and no.
Oh, yes and no.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The thing is, they're all despicable people.
Wait. Hold on. They're not all despicable people.
They're all.
No.
I mean, most of them are.
Okay, most. Okay, I'll give you
because they're in there for a reason, right?
Yeah, but
they're all more or less degenerates. No, from what I know for now.
Okay.
They all have massive debt for reasons, right?
This is funny.
Most of them have massive debt.
But some of them don't. Some of them there's other reasons.
So, okay, our main guy, right?
Oh, but no. Sorry, you are correct. They all do have debts. Yes.
Yeah, they all have debts.
Yes.
Of some sort.
Because I think in the beginning, now we're getting into a little bit spoilers here, but at the beginning they do kind of mention that.
Yeah, I mean, in the first episode, you know that Jihan, the main character,
Yeah, he's got a
he has massive debts, and there's reasons why. But beyond that, he steals from his mom. This is not a spoiler. This is just again first 15 minutes of the episode, episode,
okay,
right?
Okay, yeah.
So that he can gamble.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So he's basically a degenerate. And this is your main character.
Okay.
You kind of care for him because, he has a heart. He just has vices, right?
He's got vices, yeah. He
has,
go on.
Yeah, so, again, but you start to care for these degenerates, right?
It's true. You know what? I gotta say, after finishing it, there are, there's certain characters I really liked. I can't say. I don't want to say anymore because I will spoil it a little bit. But there are the main character, for example, he does actually become, in my opinion, more likable.
Oh no! Even so, with 6 episodes in, you see he actually has a heart.
Yes.
He has some morals.
Yeah.
Despite
he's a good guy.
Putting himself into he always puts himself into bad situations, right?
Yes.
At least in the first episode you see, or the first episode that you see, but but the thing is, as opposed to if this was a movie, I think if this was a movie, it would just be a lot about the spectacle. Kind of like with Battle Royale, it's really you can kind of care about the characters, but I think the one thing that stood out for me was the spectacle of Battle Royale, seeing all this happen, right? Of the killing, of all the different scenarios and all that stuff.
So okay, yeah.
Whereas when you extend it into a 9-episode series, you got 9 hours to be with these characters, and you can start to care about them. And again, when there's life and death situations, you actually
you feel for them. You feel for them.
Really feel for them, and so it culminates into, I think, so far for me, the best episode was number 6. I don't want to spoil anything, but you start to really care.
Oh, I think I know.
And my goodness, that ripped my heart.
I'm trying to think what was episode 6. Let me just because I don't even want to
that was by far there's some good episodes. There's that from episode 6, it went from a good concept to
okay,
this is the reason why this show is a show.
Oh, okay. I know what episode 6
was.
Okay.
This is the reason why this elevates the show, because everything else was this is good concept. This is well thought out. There's some really cool twists.
Yeah.
But the twist in episode 6 oh my goodness.
So I loved episode 6. It was great. It was okay. I'm gonna sound really bad here. Not maybe bad, but I sound a little crazy here. But it was good in a very sadistic way. They brought out the sadisticness of the games. That I'm talking about it from a different perspective. I get where you're coming from, but and you feel for the characters and all that, but that before that episode, all the games were pretty sadistic, right? But that completely changed it up. It wasn't what you would expect.
No.
And it was a what do you call it? A plot twist. It was a twist.
Major plot twist.
Yeah, and it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. I thought I just, again, like you said, game changer. It was game changer. I think
right?
So
I think that was one of the in the pantheon of one of the best episodes of TV.
I mean, it comes close to what's that Game of Thrones episode? The Red Wedding, which I remember everybody going wild and crazy when that happened, and it's at that level. It's literally at that level.
But what I liked about number 6 is you find out about the twist early enough, and then you have to like live with it. It's like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, they did a very good job. They put enough anticipation, and then they reveal it, and then there's still so much time left as to what happens.
Yeah. So I thought that was one of the best episodes of TV. Period.
Yeah.
One of them.
Okay. So how do you like? I mean, you tell me, but like, what do you think about the level of violence and gore?
It wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be gorier because I just like heard things, and I think like let's say Battle Royale is a lot more gorier.
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I honestly thought Squid Game was just all going to be hype. And now with episode 6, like, okay, even like some of the twists, even early on, like let's say, some of the twists early on, just like, okay, this is actually a pretty cool concept, and they did some things that I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say this is like the best show. There's some issues with the show that doesn't elevate to like one of the best shows, but episode 6 I think elevates it though.
So I mean, it's hard to.
I haven't seen 7 or 8. I haven't actually I've watched half 7.
3.
I haven't watched 8 or 9 yet, but
yeah. It's tough. It's tough to put any show as the top show, in my opinion. Like I hate when people like try and put a show at the top, because there's literally thousands and thousands of shows out there, and I think we talked about this before, like the sitcoms, and there's no real like.
Well, it doesn't have to be top
because it's subjective, right? At the end
what's
of the day.
on your like Mount Rushmore, or like your top 5, top 10? I wouldn't put Squid Game in my top 10 shows.
That's
so far,
interesting. I don't know. I wouldn't either. It's amazing, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a Mount Rushmore type of show, because it's one season. That's the first thing. Second thing is it's.
But even let's say top seasons of a show, right?
If it's top season, this is definitely up there. I mean, it has to be up there.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about overall, it doesn't compare to like other long-winded shows like Game of Thrones, obviously, right?
I would say some seasons of Game of Thrones are
they weren't the greatest, but you're talking about an overall show, right?
No, I would say, let's say like season, I can't even think of what happens in each season. They kind of blur, but like let's say like put it out there, season 4 of Game of Thrones would be miles ahead of what I've watched so far, Squid Game.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%, yeah.
Or like any particular season of, let's say, Sopranos or Breaking Bad. I think those are better.
I think Squid Games is better than Breaking Bad.
No.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's my take. Yo, Breaking Bad was terrible. Oh my goodness. It was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. Ever.
Why?
One of those.
That's a terrible take.
No. It's not one of the worst shows. It's decent. It's decent. I'll give it that.
Is it too slow for you?
No, it's just I hated the characters. I didn't mind the fact that spoiler alert, that the guy became like a drug dealer, or a kingpin, or you want to call it that. But he just like I just couldn't stand what's his name, the kid, Aaron. Was it Aaron? Something. I forget his name. The actor who played the kid.
It's been so while. His kid, or
the guy that joined him as.
Okay, yeah.
I couldn't stand him. All he did was whine, and like cry and whine and cry and whine. I don't want to watch a series where a character just cries and whines the whole time. That's what it came down to me. Like I hated it. I couldn't stand how people like that guy. It's terrible. Oh my goodness, Breaking Bad. Now you're making me not like it more. Now that I'm thinking about it, terrible. Breaking Bad is not a good show. It is not. There are plenty of other shows that were better than Breaking Bad.
That's
Aaron Paul. That's his name, right?
Terrible take.
Aaron Paul. Yeah.
Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah. Jesse was a terrible character. He's such a wussy. Get out of the gutter, my friend. You know?
That's a no, but
Yeah. So, anyways, back.
no, Breaking Bad. I can't let you do this to Breaking Bad.
No.
Breaking Bad had
No.
some of the crazy, like, not even just twist wise, just the storytelling was so much better.
I mean, no, I don't think so. I think there was some characters that were great. The main character was good, right? Like his
I think
development
one
was
of the
great.
best characters, period.
No, I'm not disagreeing with that, but Aaron Paul Jesse made it worse.
But he's supposed to be like a douche.
Not a douche. He's a crybaby. He just cried the whole. I told you, he just cried the whole time. He whined the whole time. Every single time he was an emotional baby. I just couldn't stand it. It just made for bad like dynamics, and it was bad, man. I didn't really like it. Hey, you want to hear another one?
Okay.
The Wire, not great.
Really?
I didn't like it.
I haven't watched.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
I've watched a couple episodes. I haven't been able.
So I watched it maybe like 10 years later.
Mhm.
And no, not even 10. This thing came out in like 1990s.
No, not in the 90s. This was like 2000s.
The Wire?
Yeah.
We'll just triple check it, but
The Wire is again lauded as one of the best shows. Period. And you're
so
saying
it came out in 2002. Okay, I watched it probably. Oh wow, I watched this like 15 years after. Okay, so 15 years after, I just couldn't see the hype. There was too much hype around it. Every person I talked to be like, "Yo, you gotta watch Wire. You gotta watch Wire," and I'm like, "All right." I gave it a shot 15 years later, but I gave it a shot anyways, and I watched all of it, all 6 seasons, and it just was like I just didn't do it for me. I just was like, all right, it seemed okay. Like I couldn't give it the the hype that everybody was telling me about this show. It just didn't live up to it. And I just no, wasn't that great. I could understand it. Like when I watched it, I understood why people probably liked it at the time, right? Because it was probably when it was released, it was probably something fresh and new at the time. But after, maybe because I watched it a little late, and I've seen so many amazing shows, right? It doesn't compare. Like keep in mind, 15 years later, like you had Game of Thrones, you had Prison Break, you had I don't know what else, a whole bunch of other stuff.
No, Prison Break is overrated.
What? Oh my goodness!
That's all. That show is all.
They broke out of a prison.
It's all fluff. Not to say fluff. It's all. So that is pure concept, and I did not care about any of the characters.
I mean, okay.
I would say Squid Game is by far so much better than Prison Break.
You might be right there. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. But okay. Even The Sopranos, not that great.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate on this one. Not that
bad takes. Sopranos. Okay, so this is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
You're all about the blockbusters. You are
No. But it's like
you're all about show. But this is, you're not about the slow burns.
Okay, so Sopranos was really slow, by the way.
You're not about the subtleties.
It's the problem was I watched it way too late, I think.
I still think Sopranos holds up.
I might have to rewatch it. I don't want to, but I might have to rewatch it because I remember it being good, and then it fell off. Like that's how I remember watching. I remember like the first few seasons being good, and then the last few it just kind of started to fall off a little bit and wasn't that great.
Okay, so with all your hate on these, on some of the best shows ever created, okay, I can't say anything about The Wire. I can say Sopranos is one of the best.
Okay.
Breaking Bad's one of the best. I've watched both of those.
Yeah.
What's in your pantheon? What's on your Mount Rushmore? Okay, you don't have to say these are exactly it, but
you're talking like if because we're talking about shows. We're not talking about sitcoms, obviously.
Okay,
We're
so
talking about
these
different
these are
things, right?
more
These are more like what would we
drama
call
or
them?
action or whatever.
Oh,
not
okay.
not sitcoms.
So drama shows, right? Yeah, I gotta think about it to be honest. I mean, like if I gotta think about it. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna name some, but you might not know some of these. That's the key thing. Maybe the ones I think are great are
Unless
like
you're talking about
very like
animes and stuff.
no. So one of them is I consider to be one of the best is called Black Sails.
Yeah, you lost me on that.
So if you've never watched it, okay, that's fine. You know, like you don't have to say anything, but like once you watch it, you'll understand how good of a show it was. And it's made by Stars. That was a network that made it. I would put Ozark. Have you seen Ozark?
I haven't.
Ozark, that's a Netflix one right there.
Mhm.
That is one of the top. Definitely one of the top. And it's it's a drama series, obviously, and it's yeah, I would put it that 100% as one of the top for sure. In Mount Rushmore of series. Power. Have you heard of Power?
Yeah, I've heard of Power.
Power, made by 50 Cent. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. One of the best shows of all time, hands down. The amount of like character development, the amount of plot twists, everything is just on point and very good. You know, a lot of the stuff I think are great are more modern. And maybe again, like like maybe I'm just there's more of a recency bias, you know?
Okay.
That's just how I am. Like I just think with modern day storytelling and modern day technology and all that stuff has just made it better. So when I watch a lot of these older shows and I compare it to the newer shows, it's like it's night and day for me, you know? I'm not saying they're bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that aside from Breaking Bad, I'm not saying, you know, these other shows are bad. They're good. They're just not great, you know? Like if I have to give it a rating, like I would give it, you know, like Breaking Bad as an example. I give it a 6.8 out of 10.
Wow.
You know, I give it a 6.8 out of 10. If let's go with The Wire, I give it a solid 7.5. That's not bad. Sopranos, I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. You know,
oh man,
what I
terrible
would
takes.
give it.
I'm never asking you for any recommendations.
So, you know, that's where I would stand with a lot of these shows. But if we're talking now, let's go back to Squid Game.
Okay.
If I had to give you a rating, I'd go as high as 8.2.
Okay.
I'll go 8.2 out of 10.
Where did 0.2 come from?
I don't like to do just the solid numbers. I like to give the points in there just because it shows how close to a 9 it is, right?
Okay.
That's how I like to do it. But anyways, yeah, that's what I would give it.
All
I mean,
right.
you're not done yet, so I'll wait till you're done before you can tell me what you think overall. Because even though you've seen a lot, the last 3 episodes are still very important. So
Yeah. 'Cause I'm like maybe halfway through episode 7,
yeah,
and it's a complete letdown.
I don't remember what happens, but okay,
It's a complete letdown.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's still 2 more to go through, but
Okay.
but yeah,
I'm not trusting your. I don't trust your recommendations anymore.
Like, yeah. Again, here's the thing: TV shows, movies, all subjective, right? At the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
There's definitely some appeal. Sorry, people have similarities between. Like, side note: have you seen like Mad Men?
Yep.
I haven't seen Mad Men. You know, I haven't seen.
You're not
Mad
gonna
Men.
like it.
I'm not gonna like it.
You're not gonna like it. It's too slow for you.
I don't think
based on what you're saying, because
I don't know if it's
Mad Men has the hype.
Okay, yeah. There's a lot of hype around it. Yeah.
It's very good.
Okay.
It's a well crafted show.
Yeah.
When it hits, it hits. I wouldn't say it's in my top 10.
But it's not on the Rushmore. It's not on Mount
I-
Rushmore.
it's more like I appreciate it. And when I watch it, I love when I watch it. Oh man,
I don't know,
I don't know how to say that. It's just
Yeah.
it's not crowd pleasing at all.
Oh, so are you saying that from a plot standpoint or from a what? Like,
Because again,
would it be not
you
pleasing?
had a
What does
bunch
that
of
mean?
unlikable people, right?
Maybe I might like them.
No, you like these people, but then they're like, they just do like, they make bad decisions. It's like, oh damn it!
Oh, it's one of those. Okay, okay.
And so,
Yeah.
but again, it's also a very slow burn. And like again, when it hits, when it all like finally erupts
Yeah.
in a volcano, it's like, oh man, that was worth it.
Okay.
But it's in a way, it's kind of like Sopranos in that way too, right? But it's not action packed whatsoever in terms of lots and lots and lots of drama.
Interesting. Okay.
But it's well like
Does it hold up?
it does hold up because
does
it's
hold
it's very well crafted. Like all the seeds are placed like right before your like
Stuff happens. Yeah.
and right before your eyes, and just like it's like, oh, like these things matter for the plot. So again, it's not a very plot driven thing. It's more of character building.
All right. Okay, I'll give you that. Like, I have some movie or shows that I would. Well, I don't know if I want. They're like foreign shows that I like, but I don't know if I would put them in Mount Rushmore. Like, again, Squid Game is one of the like obviously the biggest one that everybody knows about now. But there's a few other good ones that people should probably give it a shot. Like Alice in Borderland is another one.
I've heard large recommendations for that.
It's very good, very very, and it's there's gonna be a season 2 for it, so it's not a one season series.
Would you say it's better than Squid Game?
Yes,
Okay.
I personally think that due to its due to the complexity of it.
Okay.
Due to the complexity of the storyline. That's what I would say. Squid Game has a little bit more of a simpler storyline, but executed really well. So that's how I would view it. But just a side note, you know, I was talking to somebody about this, and you know how like now, like basically, like the Squid Game, the concept is they have all these games, right?
Yeah.
You know, they could probably do spin-offs with like American games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
Like,
the thing is, I really, really, really hope, because you're gonna see a bunch of Squid Game like shows.
yeah.
And they're all gonna be so bad.
Oh,
Because they're gonna take the wrong lessons from it.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, it's not like this stuff hasn't been happening, right? Like there's movies like Truth or Dare, or a bunch of these like horror movies, right?
Okay, yeah.
That have these some concepts, or you know, there's that movie Tag. That's a comedy, right? But like,
okay, yeah.
like there, it's not. This is not novel, and it's in terms of what it's talking about in terms of class and greed and whatnot. It's, you know, it's kind of been done with like let's say in North America with Hunger Games and all that stuff. So this is not novel concept, but you will see a lot of imitators because of how popular this is, and it's all going to be bad. It's all going to be really, really bad because they're gonna take the concept but not care about what actually made the show good, which was some of the characters and things that they're.
I can see that. I don't know if it's made by Netflix though. They might do this right. You know what I mean? I have a feeling they might do it right. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's but like the possibilities are not endless, but there's a lot out there. You know what I mean? Like you could do an American version.
Yeah, but
you could do a Canadian version. You could do a UK version, because all these countries have their own games that they play when you're playing as kids, right? Like I'm pretty sure what's a game we play as kids? Hopscotch? I don't know. I didn't play hopscotch.
Red Ass.
Okay, I didn't play that. But like handball.
Foursquare,
yeah, that's one.
Hopscotch, yeah, you said that.
Handball is another one,
yeah.
Right? As a kid.
But like again, is the show good because of the the games and the concept. The concept really makes it interesting.
Yeah.
But it's what they do with it that makes it. I think again with the 6-episode Squid Game, it didn't matter what game they played. It's the situation that it put them in, and then what they had to how they had to deal with it.
So that
is again.
So that's more of the writers then.
It's
the writing
purely based on the writers, because I think what they did really well is with the first episode. The hook was that red light green light game, and that provided an iconic image.
Yes.
Right, with that doll, robotic doll, right?
Yeah, that's where all the memes coming from.
Yeah. So that was the hook.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that's just the hook, right? What makes the show good goes beyond the concept.
Yeah, that's true. Like again, the character development, the way that they executed making people feel, and that was the key thing. I think if they didn't make people feel, this would just be another horror genre, or not maybe not horror, but kind of like a slasher horror type of thing going on, or Saw like thing. It's like, let's play a game, yada yada.
Yeah, it's beyond
right?
torture.
Exactly, but they executed the aspect of making everybody feel, which is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So,
and like I said, you're feeling for a bunch of degenerates.
And yeah, that's a good point.
Or again,
I love
in some cases, other degenerates, or again, a bunch of people that you normally wouldn't feel for.
Yes, you wouldn't feel so exactly. Yes,
it's
people
like
you
caring
feel
for a
sorry
bunch of prisoners. Hence, Prison Break is on your Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I can hear you. I mean, that's a good point. I think people forget that. I mean, for me personally, after watching it, I completely forgot that they were all like that. Like the fact that you brought that up is just reminding me. Oh yeah, like not all of them, but majority of them were, like people that made bad decisions and that are like, not the greatest people in the world, obviously, right? So, it's interesting. Yeah, no, for sure. But I think it's just crazy, like how this blew up. Like
it's wild. Who would have thought this Korean? I mean, the Korean takeover is happening, man. Squid Game, BTS, Blackpink, Psy.
Okay.
Like, I mean, the fact that BTS had a McDonald's meal, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, they had the
Korean takeover is happening, man.
Yeah.
Squid Game.
Yeah, I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. I've seen a lot of Korean shows too and movies, and they're brilliant. They're pretty good at what they do.
Well, look at what's it called? What's that movie that won the Oscar?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Why is it escaping me?
That
was a damn good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. It was a good movie. A little overhyped, but it was a good movie.
No, it's not overhyped. It's a brilliant movie.
It was very
Parasite.
Parasite, yes.
Parasite is a brilliant movie.
It was no, I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm saying it's good. I'm just saying there was so much hype around it, and
it's hyped for, but the thing is, it pays off. I think so.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah, it's good. I was just gonna say I'm not gonna crap on it because it was good. It was good. So, but yeah, no. You know what? Yeah, man. The Koreans got good writing. Like overall, they got great writing. Like I don't know who wrote Squid Games or all these other shows and movies and stuff like that, but like they're just good at storytelling, and I respect that. Like to me, I have a large amount of respect for people that have good storytelling, and we're so used to like the westernized storytelling, right? It's nice for them to break through, right? It's nice for everybody to kind of get a exposure to all these different not cultures, but just storytelling, different angles of storytelling. So I'm happy with it, man. Like I think we're in a world now where we could see that. You know what I mean? Like think about it. 20 years ago, we would have not seen this. You know what I
No.
mean? Back in the day when there was Blockbuster and stuff like that, none of this wouldn't even be on the shelves. You know, like if it
No.
was, it would be like somewhere tucked away as like a hidden gem. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean? But yeah,
to your point, it's good storytelling can come from anywhere, right? It's not
right.
just Hollywood, you know. It's just that we are here, and I'm just glad that the society is a lot more open to storytelling from different places, because it's just a matter of just giving them a chance to tell it and actually putting our eyes on.
give it a shot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right.
Because there's a lot of great movies or shows that don't come from North America. It's just whether or not.
100%, man. Anime. Let's go.
Sure. Okay. Sure. But yeah, there's a lot of great stuff, and it's just
Yeah.
we are afraid of
Change.
language,
Oh.
right? It's just language
Oh,
barriers.
maybe you're right.
basically,
Yeah, yeah. Language is
Like, did you watch this sub or dub?
I
Squid
watch
Game.
the sub version. I always watch subs.
Yeah.
I can't stand dub versions.
Oh
of the
man,
game.
I started off with the dub
Yeah.
because I didn't know, like, it just was default dub.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is really bad.
Yeah. You know.
Like,
yeah.
Because
Dubs
once I
just
switched
don't-
it to the sub, it was like
That's
the
wh-
dub had like none of the emotion.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Dubs don't work, man. I don't know what people think, man. Just dubs.
I mean,
But
there's
I understand.
certain
I
dubs
understand.
that work.
I understand. Like, yes, you need to have dubs, obviously, because there's people out there that it doesn't matter. They want to
Watch it.
They want to watch it, right? They don't want to read. But
But
I like the authentic voices.
you actually will lose a lot from
From
especially from a live action,
Mm.
right? In a lot of cases where it becomes like when it's animated or something,
Yeah.
some of the dubs actually get it right.
Oh, okay.
Some dubs.
Some. Yeah.
But with this was like blatantly like terrible.
It was bad. It was that bad, eh? I didn't listen to the dub version, so I don't know. But it sounds like it was really bad. So.
And this is me basing it on the first like 10 minutes where I didn't realize there was a sub version. I was like, oh wait, what am I watching?
Yeah.
It's like when the main character was like stuttering,
Yeah.
like in the dub, they weren't stuttering. They're just like kind of like saying their lines.
Oh no, that's bad.
and
That's
it's like,
really bad.
and the dub's like, oh man, it was just bad. Just like, it was a world of difference.
You know what? I don't even remember the last time I watched a dub version of anything. I rarely ever watch a dub version. I'm so used to reading and watching at the same time that I just can't do it. And plus, like the lip and the voice syncing is just not there. So I can't watch it. And when I see the lips move and they say it doesn't, and the dubs don't match the lips, it ruins it for me completely. I'm gonna like be checking the audio and stuff. Like I can't do it, man. Can't do it. But yeah, it's. I'm glad you're not watching the dub. You're at least getting the full experience because that's the way to go.
All right.
But, all right, yeah, man. I think we'll talk more about this maybe a little bit when you finish it. And
I'll be finished by tonight.
Oh yeah, all right. There you go, binging, man. Yeah, I again, I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell people to recommend it because
It's been recommended
it's
everywhere.
been everybody knows to go check it out. So go check it out, and yeah, I think let us know what you think if you agree with some of the things we said or not. But yeah, it's a great show, guys and girls. So check it out. So, anyways, I think we can wrap it up here. It's been a good one. We'll see everybody next week. As always, like and subscribe, leave a comment, do all that good stuff, and we'll see everybody next week. See
Peace.
y'all.